Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Welcome to the Milwaukee Mile. We're here for the live coverage of the Outlaw Sim Series race number 7 of 36 here at the virtual Milwaukee Mile. I'm Emerson Arden, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun night tonight. This track started hosting races since the early 1900s, and yeah, another race in Wisconsin, the great state of Wisconsin, where the Cheeseheads are. Of course, that's Green Bay, and it's about, 110 miles north, yeah? But, we got a fun night tonight. Should be 200 laps around the Milwaukee Mile. We had the preseason test here earlier in the season. That was fun as well. And, yeah, we're here. 30 minutes remaining in this practice session or thereabouts. We're going to get to it, and then we have some interviews tonight. But before we get to those, of course, you want to make sure that you go ahead. And again, we're starting this 30 minutes early for the reason of we're doing laps for charity. Make sure you donate today to the Cash App. That tag is the $ Outlaws Sim Series. Can't really see it on your screen there, but it is for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And again, we're doing this thing that we now start the broadcast 30 minutes earlier, in the sense that we try to get these charities recognized. They're not thriving at what they used to be pre-pandemic, and we just figured we get them at least a little bit more relevancy, them talked about a little bit more, and hopefully some donations to their way. Of course, any bit you can help. If you're able to help, please do. Of course, you can donate to the Cash App tag there, $ Outlaws Sim Series. All proceeds today, from the beginning of this broadcast to the end of the race, will go to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. That being said, let's get to some practice. And see the timing on your chart there? Max Service top of the chart ahead of Malenko. Everybody thought Malenko was going to run away with this one, but Max Service should bring in the heat. And before we get to the race, we're gonna have some interviews underway real quick. Gonna take a quick moment away, and we'll be back with our first interview. And our first interview going to be with, well, it was going to be with the 65 of Kyle Lingerfeld, but I don't see him here just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll talk to Max Service. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's get everything lined up, and we'll be back with some interviews here before we kick off this race. Welcome back, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Back to the live coverage of the Outlaw Sim Series. We're here at the Milwaukee Mile. You see him on your screen. He's parking up. You know why? Because we're getting ready to talk to that man in the 81. And, yeah, let's get to it, shall we? All right, we bring in driver number 81, Max Service. Max, how you doing? How are you feeling about tonight's race? Right on. Everybody thought Malenko was going to run away with this just based on how it was in preseason. But if we do remember correctly, back to preseason, you were one of the other front runners up there, just not as prominent. So what adjustments have you made between the preseason to now, or what do you think has changed?
On the first run a little bit more than I'd like to, but that's kind of what you're going to have to do here to be good at the end.
Wow, I'm still making mistakes up here. You were muted until halfway through that answer. But real quick, go ahead once again. What do you think were the differences between preseason to what's let you to be top of the charts now?
I think it's all brake bias and just confidence under brakes here. Just getting in there, being a little bit more comfortable, sliding the car into the corner. And when we were here in preseason, I definitely wasn't very comfy with sliding a car into the corner. I really like something that was stable. Now I'm a little bit more interested in something that's going to give me turn on a long run versus just short run.
So how do you think this race is going to play out? It went a long green flag run last. I think we didn't have a single caution. Do you expect more the same tonight? Kind of seeing that has been the narrative most of the races this season, save for Homestead actually had a few more yellows than everybody kind of expected. What are you expecting tonight?
I mean, I probably expect a couple, maybe a quick caution, and then we'll go green for a while. Maybe have a caution kind of around the halfway mark. We'll see. But definitely not really wanting that. I'd kind of like it to go green. I think that would work a little bit more in my favor here. But we'll see. You can never expect anything.
Right, that is for sure. So again, I guess we'll mention this every week now. You are, the top seed in the standings with 2 wins. What would it mean for you to kind of pull away, get a third win on that, already have some cushion, basically locking yourself into the playoffs? You are already, but now there's no chance of you being tied and knocked out or any of that. If you were to get a third win, what would that say about your season this early into the season?
I don't know. It'll be certainly nice to be able to do that, but right now I'm honestly kind of focused on just keeping the average finish kind of low, because I'd really like to keep that right where it is. I think it's like 3rd place right now.
Right on. I cannot argue with that. Yeah. Where do you think you're going to end up in this race, truly? If that's, I guess. Where do you think you're going to end up?
I have no idea. I mean, at Homestead, I set the bar as kind of like a top 10. I'd be happy, so I was really thrilled to finish 2nd there. But here, I've got a lot of experience here at Milwaukee. We've ran a lot of laps here, and I don't know, a podium would be nice, but honestly, a top 5 I'd probably be happy with.
Right on. Well, in the preseason, you have to deal with Joseph, Kossi, and Malenko. Now half of that is out of the equation, and who knows? Racing is racing. Anything can happen. I expect to be talking to you on the other side of this, but obviously, like I said, racing's racing. We'll see what happens. Best of luck to you tonight in the race, and I'll let you get to it.
Alrighty, thank you.
Right on, and that was driver of the number 81 Max Service. And next we're going to be joined with driver of the number 7 Malenko. He's been hyped up a lot tonight, heading into tonight. Right now sitting 2nd on the practice boards. Malenko, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Right on. So again, you're still there in the standings. Push talk was not working there. But right on, you are still you're still leading the drivers without wins in the stand. Well, you're still leading the point standings overall, but technically the 6th seed, because you don't have a win yet. Getting a win would put you to 2nd seed. How do you? I kind of asked this last week at Homestead, but now that Homestead's out of the way, and you felt you had you did a great job at Homestead in relative to what you thought you would have ended up with at Homestead. How would you grade now these first 6 races for you before heading into Milwaukee?
I don't know if it's so far, the ideal start that I wanted, but there was a lot of bright points, things to learn learn through. Happy to have the points lead. Few tracks I wish I ran a little bit better at, but all in all, it's nothing to be unhappy about. We're the points leader. Finished about top 5 for majority of the races. Have like an average finish of 6 through these 6 races, so all in all, can't ask for much more.
Right on. So the hype has been, after you did so well in preseason, it was you and Joseph Cossey in the preseason. Joseph Cossey's out of the equation. When he was interviewed in the preseason, he said you would have won this race. Any pressure? How you feeling?
Oh, the pressure is entirely on today. Anything less than a win is just about disappointment. This is the point where got to put up or shut up, really. So
I couldn't disagree with that. So coming into the practice, you are second on the board. You have a 10th clear on the rest of the field, but you're second. Max Service has you topped by about 3/100ths. Did you expect that, and how are you feeling about that?
I expected Max to get better than when we did testing here. I knew Max was gonna, because Max is a good driver. He knew he had to get some improvement done, and he came here and probably practiced a bit and got well improved. So this is about what I figured. Max would be a bit close to me, and hopefully we'll have a battle here throughout most of this race, and let's just see who comes out on top.
The narrative this season has been long green flag runs. Homestead kind of debunked that a little bit in the sense we got a few more cautions than I think anybody really anticipated at Homestead. I think when we ran the preseason race here, I think we went caution free or had one caution early, if any. What do you expect tonight, knowing that Homestead didn't really go to plan, according to everyone else?
What I really want is green flag running, for me at least. I think we can get green flag running here. It's about a one groove racetrack. You really gotta get into the corner before you get to the corner here. So the only way I see a caution is if someone a little bit too eager on a pass, but even then I think maybe a single car spin to the outside. Since we're all gripping the inside so tight, if someone gets spun, they're just gonna go to the outside wall by themselves.
Right on. So yeah, what would a caution do for you? Let's say, I guess it depends when it is. Let's say in directly middle of the race, halfway, does it affect you?
Halfway should be sort of okay. I don't think it'd be too bad if it happened if it happened at 100. I wouldn't think it would be bad. That'd be a favorable caution.
Right. I would. I could see how that would work. Yeah. I'm really blanking right now. I don't know. Since I'm blanking, I can't figure out any more questions. Pretty sure we'll be talking to you on the other side of this. I think everybody expects that. But racing's racing. Best of luck to you tonight, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. Thank you.
Right on, and that was driver of the number 7, Malenko. And let's see, since a couple of our interviewees did not go to plan necessarily, let's improvise a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get anything. Oh, Seth Berger did go faster, but he's not in the Discord, so we're not gonna get an interview from him just yet. We'll see if Jacob Zala is willing to talk. Hey, Jacob Zala, this is the Outlaws booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Right on. So, until just a moment ago, I think you were. Yep, gotcha. Yep, I got you. My bad. Push talk was not working for me. If I click off of Discord, I guess for some reason. Actually, I'm gonna turn that off for now. But anyway, until a couple moments ago, you were. Till a couple moments ago, you were 4th on the practice boards. Now you're down to 6th. But how are you feeling?
I'm not feeling too good. We didn't get a lot of practice in this week, and Milwaukee's a pretty tough short track. It's always been tough, but we're just gonna have to figure out how to save tires and hopefully be able to stay up front and get ourselves a top 10 tonight.
I was just about to ask. So, what's the plan today? Seeing that your speed is where it is. You already said top 10, but past couple weeks, You've had blips of speed, and then tires have kind of gotten to you. What have you kind of adjusted how your approaches to the races, if at all, and if you did, what did you do?
For real, I was saving tires is more of that has been a problem for me. So that's more of what I've been trying to do, trying to learn is save tires, because I've had blips of speed and then tires just go instantly. So it's more about me learning how to save the tires and make sure that I can get them. I don't have to pit as much to be able to run up front.
All right, what seems to be the strategy today? You think a 3 stop or maybe a 4 stop? How are the tires handling for you?
Right now, I'm thinking a 3 stop, but if there's a lot of cautions, then it'll turn into a 4 stop. Which I don't think.
Go for it.
I don't think there'll be a lot of cautions, but if there is, then yeah, a 4 stop will definitely be where we end up here.
All right, so everybody came in here expecting Malenko to kind of dominate. Right now in practice, he's second. Max Service is currently top of that. I know you're not necessarily thinking this, but who do you think out of that would prevail, or do you think anybody below will come out on top?
Right now, I'm looking. Joshua McClune and Seth Berger have really caught my eye. The top two, that's practice laps, so that could turn into, if in the race, if they mess up or if they don't save tires, that could turn into a Joshua McClune and Seth Berger matchup. Those will be two guys to watch tonight.
Interesting. I like that. Right on. So, yeah, again, you've had the speed. What kind of a race is it going to take you to get the most out of your car? Do you think you need cautions? Would you prefer a green flag race?
Definitely, I think we need cautions. Comparing how I did in those green flag runs last week, I think for us, cautions are the way to go. But if we don't get any cautions, it's just about trying to make sure that our car has enough tires so that we don't drop spots instantly.
Right on. Looking more to the season, you missed a couple races this season, so you're not really in the thick of it for points. What do you think is it going to take for you to make the playoffs? I'm assuming it's going to be a win, but what tracks kind of suit you for that?
I'm looking to the next 2 weeks here. I'm looking at Pocono, and I'm looking at Daytona. Pocono, it's the tricky triangle. I like Pocono. It's not a bad track. There is boring racing, but Pocono has been an okay track for me. I can definitely run top 10 at Pocono most likely, and then Daytona. The super speedways are where my strengths really are. As you saw in that first race, I came back at Talladega.
Right on. So yeah, right now P6 on the board. It's not totally out of the question to be talking to you on the other side of this, but best luck to you, and we'll see if you are one of the lucky 3.
All right, thank you.
Right on, and that was driver of the 4, Mr. Jacob Zala, and I think we have time for one more interview here today, so let's see if we can get a hold of driver number 42, Tyler Marco, who's currently out on track, so sorry if this is distracting, but Tyler, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm alright, man. Yeah, so right now, 5th on the board. Did you expect to be running 5th?
Yeah, from preseason testing, I was in the top 5, but that's why I'm doing a long run right now, trying to see how it is there.
Right. Nice, beautiful car. Is that one of Devin's schemes?
Yep, this is the first one he made. I thought I ran it throughout the season. I looked at the videos. I haven't yet, so I was like, let's run this one. So, I have 2 other ones that I've yet to run of his, so I don't think I ran the Lions one yet either.
I
think I did the Wings.
I can't believe you didn't run the Lions one here or at Road America, considering we're in Wisconsin. You know, Green Bay is here in Wisconsin, division rivals.
We just lost them. Why would I race the car?
You know, division rivals, huh?
If only.
All right, you actually just dropped to 6th, as I think Lingerfeld got a 4th place time in. But
That's right.
Do you think you can maybe outdo some of the drivers ahead of you on a long run, or do you think you need cautions to fall your way for you to better from a sixth position? What do you think is it going to take for you to better this?
Lingerfeld, who just went faster, if it was him, I probably could outdo him in a long run. I don't know about Seth Berger, and then Malenko. If we looked at the preseason, he just didn't drop off. So, at this track. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, Kyle went up to 4th, time-wise.
All right. So I asked this to a lot of drivers at Homestead. I can't remember if I don't believe I interviewed you at Homestead in the practice. So now through 6 races of the season, you have 1 win. It was the very season opener. That means you're the 2nd seed in the playoffs technically because Max Service is 2 wins. So how would you grade your first 6 races on the season?
First 5 were amazing, and then that last one at Homestead was with wrecking out, didn't do so well. So I would probably say a B in the first 5. If I would have had that, 6th race, finish at least top 10, I would have been happy. But it's still not too far back in points. I think it's like 15, 11 points with that one bad finish.
Right. But the good thing is, with that win, that now kind of locks you into the playoffs in the sense now you're just being seeded by how many wins. So here, Milwaukee, then I think Jacob said it was Pocono and Daytona coming up.
Pocono will be fun because I like it.
I was just about to ask, how are you feeling about, the rest of the tracks coming up? And, do you think you can
Pocono,
go...
Daytona, and what else is coming up?
I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look at it. But how do you feel about going maybe toe-to-toe with Service for wins this season? Do you think you can do that?
If I could, I will try. But compared to, like, Service and them, I don't seem as consistent in the long run as Max and them. Like Seth, if he was here every race, if he could start winning, he'll be fine too. I think he'll be the one going toe-to-toe, it seems like, with Seth. Or Malenko if he can, keep it in the lead in a lot of the races. Get more consistent.
Right on. So everybody at Homestead kind of expected that to go a long green flag run. Everybody kind of expects Milwaukee to do that. Do you expect that, or do you think we're going to get a slew of yellows? What do you think is going to be the outlook of the race tonight?
So Homestead, I thought we were going to have more because just how the track was, it seemed way more loose compared to any other ones. This one we might have 1 and 2, but I still think we'll have a good, green flag run. I don't think we'll have one to the end.
Right.
Because I don't remember if we had one when we had the preseason here.
I can't remember.
I know we lapped a ton of people. So.
Yeah. Right on. Where do you see yourself on the end of this thing?
Top 5. Somewhere in the top 5. Hopefully.
I like that.
I don't know about the win, but I'm pretty sure I got the top 5. Even though I'm 6th on the leaderboard in practice, long runs are usually better for me.
Right on. I agree. I think you got a top 5 in preseason testing as well. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out for you. Best of luck to you in the race, and yeah, hopefully we'll talk to you on the other side of this.
Yep, hopefully I can get a podium and we'll talk.
Right on. All right, and that was Tyler Markle. That's gonna be our last interview of the practice session. Of course, make sure you donate to the St. Jude's Child Research Hospital. All the proceeds that are donated to our Cash App, their tag is the $ Outlaw Sim Series right there. All the proceeds, or everything earned from the start of this broadcast to the end of the race, will go to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We started doing this last week called Laps for Charity. So the second half of practice will be broadcasted now. We'll get to interview some of the drivers, and somebody's in the barrels there. We'll get to interview some of the drivers and kind of learn about more on the insights on what they're thinking heading into the races, and of course trying to get these charities some recognition. Of course, with the pandemic, it's not they haven't been getting as recognized. They haven't been donated to as much, and so anything helps in that sense. That if you have anything, and you're able to, of course, you could donate to the charities. We'll be doing this each week, so it doesn't have to be this week. You can wait for one that you that you would much rather contribute your money to, and that is totally fine. Last week we raised $20 for the Ronald McDonald House of Charities, and we look to surpass that this week. Of course, that all depends on you, the viewers. We'll take a quick look at the comments, and of course Jason Miz saying good luck, guys. Let's give them a show. Want to thank everybody for coming out to watch and do what we love. And said the same thing. Thanks for coming out and supporting. Hope we can give all the fans a great show on the Facebook. And Janet Young, of course, coming in. Good luck, Seth. Make it another win. I like that optimism. If you can get him that other win, that would tie him for the top seed in the playoffs. He would be second seed because of where he is in the point standings. But what a win would do for Seth Berger. It would do him wonders. That being said, we'll be right back. We'll let you kind of watch the end of practice here, and we'll be back to the coverage for qualifying. Welcome back, race fans, to the live coverage of the Outlaw Sim Series race number 7 of 36 here at the Milwaukee Mile. Max Service topped the charts there in practice. We'll see if he can double down on that here in qualifying and the race. Of course, Malenko hyped as the #1 contender to win tonight. Don't forget, McClune, Berger, Markle, Lingerfelt, Zala, and more are also running. Anything can happen. It's racing, and let's get to qualifying. Here, Max Service is on the track here. We'll see what he can do. And of course, all these drivers competing for the Pratt, Tile, and Stone Award. And of course, Pratt, Tile, and Stone serving all your tiling needs since 2003. I have to give a huge shout out to Andrew Pratt, of course, for helping out many drivers for getting involved in the Outlaw Sim Series and helping increase our field size. I believe we're at the 20 cars tonight. And Max Service, of course, goes fastest as he's the only time on the board, but he is pretty fast. We have 30.662. Malenko goes second quickest. They're still working their first laps. Malenko on his, Service and Malenko now on their second laps. That's really what's going to count. Malenko says his second lap is going to be definitely better than his first. Josh McClune, 31.209. Zala 4th. Gardner 5th. Gilliard 6th out of 6 times on the board. Max Service will cross the start-finish line. He will not go faster. Malenko comes out of turn number 4. Will he go faster on the second lap? Malenko will go slower. Malenko will not improve. McClune 3rd. Devin Smith now goes 4th. He's on his second lap now. Garrett Velzy goes 6th. Gilliard goes to 7th over Gardner, falling to 8th. Gardner goes back to 7th now. So Gardner will outdo at least Gilliard. Richardson goes 5th. Devin Smith, well, how about him? Will he improve on his second lap? Devin Smith goes slower on his second lap. Looks like second laps are not really working out. Let's see how about Jason Miz going at it. We'll see where he ends up. Daniel Park on track as well. Jason Miz starting his first timed lap now. How about Andrew St. Cyr going 10th? I'm sorry, no, St. Cyr goes 3rd. Wow, out of nowhere, St. Cyr near the top of the charts, putting an emphasis that anyone can get up here and challenge Jason Miz to the start-finish line. He will go 7th quickest. How about Daniel Park? Park coming out of turn 4. Where does he go? Dan Park goes 4th quickest. Now we got more friends on track. Andrew Pratt is on. Kevin Thompson has, I believe, gone around. Andrew Pratt, believe, starting his first time. No, he's starting his first time lap now. But Jeremiah Stutzman will go 12th quickest. Seth Berger, the fan favorite, is on track. How about still running that Junior Johnson livery? Where will he end up on the board? Again, he was towards the front in practice, but qualifying, you gotta lay it all on the table. Where does he end up? Andrew Pratt, he will go 9th quickest. Seth Berger, he will go. Time hasn't registered yet. I believe it was invalidated. Oh, Seth Berger. Seth Berger's not gonna set a lap time. Oh no! Seth Berger will start from the rear. Kevin Thompson will come around, and he will end up... I don't see his time getting clicked, but Lingerfelt gets a 31.0. He goes 8th quickest. Thompson now. Will he get this lap in? As Kevin Thompson has a fan. Good luck, Kevin Thompson's son. Remember, when nothing goes right, go left. I like it. I like it. Kevin Thompson coming out of turn 4. Where does he end up on the board? Kevin Thompson will go 12th quickest. Does he have another lap? I think he's got another crack at it. Tyler Markle still waiting on the pit lane. I believe Tyler Markle waiting for the time to run out. Kevin Thompson rounding turn 4. Will he improve on his second lap? I don't think anybody's really improved on their second lap today. Can he be the outlier? Kevin Thompson goes faster. He'll go 9th quickest. And now Tyler Markle takes to the track. The only driver on track right now who has not set a qualifying time. Doug Soames, Eric Peck still have yet to go to the track. I don't believe they will. Seth Berger will start at the back. He did not get a valid first lap, in his second lap that he did not even complete. So Seth Berger will not start, or he will not set a qualifying time. But Tyler Markle, he starts his first timed lap. 4 minutes remain now here in qualifying. Letting it hang out, Tyler Markle is out of turn 2. Coming out of turn number 4, Tyler Markle will come to the start-finish line, and he will be 7th quickest. Let's see if he goes faster on a second lap, though. Some drivers have. A lot of drivers haven't gone quicker on their second lap. Now Tyler Markle rounds turns 3 and 4. Loosened! I don't think he's going to improve. He's letting it drive off the corner. He's not going to improve. He'll wreck it across the start-finish line. Tyler Markle will start 7th. So, with 3 minutes remaining in the qualifying session, I don't see anybody else looking to get on track. And that looks like it will do it. We'll let anybody else try to come out on track, but we'll see that after the break. We'll take a couple minutes to ourselves. We'll be right back to the coverage from the Milwaukee Mile. Welcome back, race fans, to the Outlaw Sim Series here at the Milwaukee Mile, round number 7. Let's get to it. Max Service wins the Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award. And of course, Pratt Tile and Stone, serving all your tiling needs since 2003. And of course, once again, just thanking Andrew Pratt for all he's done for the Outlaw Sim series, getting drivers into it who, without financial help, probably wouldn't have been able to. Jason Miz says he did go fast on a second lap. My apologies there. A lot of drivers didn't, though. So we'll see what happens here. The field grids up and gets ready to go here at the Milwaukee Mile. It is a mile, so we should only have one pace lap. I don't believe we're going to have any cautions tonight, but it drives like a short track. It is a one-lane racetrack, so some may happen. We do have 2 race controllers in tonight, and Hyman and John will be our race controllers tonight, so they will be overseeing the action tonight as we have 20 drivers getting ready to rumble here at the Milwaukee Mile. Let's go through our starting lineup, shall we? As we have Max Service and Malenko, row number 1. We'll fall back to row number 2. We'll have Andrew St. Cyr and Daniel Park. How about him? Again, going fast in practice at Homestead, and now goes fast in qualifying here. Now, he's got the 1-lap pace, but does he have the pace to keep tires under the car? And Brandon Richardson, another driver that's been really surprising me recently. He'll be alongside Kyle Lingerfelt, Tyler Markle, Josh McClune, Andrew Pratt, and Kevin Thompson to top 10 as we get ready to rumble here at the Milwaukee Mile. The rest of the starting lineups on the left side of your screen. We get ready for 200 laps at Milwaukee. The iRacing.com Ford Mustang safety car will peel to the left side here and head into the safety of pit lane. Max Service and Malenko will lead the field to the green flag. The field fans out behind us. And there's a wreck in the back. One car goes around and another car into the barrier. That's Jacob Zala. And Jeremiah Stutzman again goes around. He went around Alpha Turn 2 in preseason testing as well. Let's see if we can get a replay of it here as they continue to race. See Jeremiah Stutzman there. The inside, and Zala got loose, made contact with Stutzman. Zala went into the wall. No yellow. They were able to, it was a 2-car incident, but they kept it straight for the most part. Let's get back to the action as Max Service still leads Malenko up front. I really think it's going to be these two driving away. It is insane already, the distance. And we'll look at the intervals between each driver. The interval next to that driver's name is the interval to the driver ahead of them. The battling back here of Tyler Markle passing Brandon Richardson. Markle into the top 5. Well, Dan Park, he's fallen back to the 7th position, but he's still up here and he's kicking. We'll see if he can learn. Maybe save those tires. Park says he hasn't had great luck this season. And I can't disagree with him. We'll see if that changes today. And we'll take a look at the comment section. Nobody's commented yet since qualifying at least, and it has been, only 4 laps. The action hasn't really picked up, but now somebody we will keep an eye on is Seth Berger, who started dead last. Yes, I mean dead last. Seth Berger, and now into the 12th position, 4 laps in. It will be tough though. He's already at the deficit. Even if he gets up to 3rd, is already 2.5 seconds behind Service and Malenko. So Seth Berger's really got his work cut out for him. He would have loved an early yellow to help him gain some more spots. Andrew Pratt now working over Josh McClune. This for the 8th position. Pratt gets some of the curbing there on the inside. You don't necessarily want to hit that. Depending on what you're driving, higher horsepower vehicles, you want to stay off the curbing. Lower horsepower vehicles, you want to use all that curbing. Because lower horsepower vehicles, you're almost going full throttle around here. These are 650 horsepower NASCAR Xfinity Series machines. And that's a lot of horsepower. That's a lot of horses under the hood of all these cars. So clipping that curb will really upset the rear tires. All of these cars rear wheel drive as well, so it'll send this car for a loop if you hit it wrong. Back up front, Malenko still trailing Max Service. Will fall back to Andrew St. Cyr, now under attack from Kyle Lingerfelt. As loose behind is the 29 of Brandon Richardson. Lingerfelt to the inside. He's going to send it on Andrew St. Cyr into turn number 1. St. Cyr gives him room. Here comes Tyler Markle. Markle to the inside of St. Cyr. Lingerfelt will clear to third. Markle now on St. Cyr. He's going to look to get a 2-for-1 special, maybe. He's wheel hopping a little bit under braking. Rear wheels chattering, and that usually happens at road courses and short tracks. If you brake a little too hard, he sent it in there on St. Cyr, and he's going to go from 3rd to 6th in 1 lap, Andrew St. Cyr. Now Tyler Markle working over on Kyle Lingerfelt. This is a pass behind. Andrew Pratt falls or gets around Daniel Park. Park must have had an issue because he was in 7th. Now he's behind McClune and Pratt. Maybe McClune got around Park and Pratt followed suit, but now Park just ahead of Kevin Thompson. Tyler Markle now looks to see if he can find a way around Kyle Lingerfelt. Let's ride on board with Tyler Markle to see how he takes a lap around the Milwaukee Mile. What a pass from Tyler Markle to the inside of Kyle Lingerfelt down to Front Street. Markle will have the advantage entering turn 3 and putting Markle into the 3rd position for the time being. Can he clear Lingerfelt? Looking to do so. And he will clear Lingerfelt off of turn 4. We fall to the pit lane and we'll find Jacob Zolla not having a great time there. I believe he's pitting for some of the damage he's had, and he will be the first driver to fall 1 lap down and more today at the Milwaukee Mile. Max Service now has a half-second advantage over Malenko. Neither of these drivers falling off one another. Now Josh McClune piles on the pressure on Andrew St. Cyr. Trying to make St. Cyr make a mistake as Linger fell under attack from Brandon Richardson. Seth Berger has stalled out his run in the 12th position. Devin Smith holding his own there in 11th. So Lingerfeld holding his own on Richardson as well. Richardson thought he had the might, but maybe he using up that right front a little too much. And again, Richardson, not really one of the drivers we think of to finish towards the front. Could have been qualifying lap speed, but it is also, you know, an odd track. NASCAR doesn't even race at this track anymore. And Richardson, you saw, had a surge to the inside of Lingerfeld there at the center of the corner. Maybe be able to get him at the center of the corner. Maybe just a little nudge and a little bump and run would do wonders here. It is a one-lane racetrack, so if you get that driver off of that one lane, it makes it a very easy job, as Richardson doesn't even have to do that. Around the inside, a little shut Lingerfeld to the 4th position for Brandon Richardson. Andrew Pratt goes around. No, he must have had contact from somebody. We'll see if we can get a replay of it. And he's damaged on the quarter panel. Somebody must have gotten into him. See here, was it Daniel Park? That's pretty far back if it's Daniel Park. I highly doubt it. Could have been maybe. Oh, he tried to avoid Core. Hit the jam on the brakes. That sent the car around. He wheel hopped and then he caught the left rear with the wall. Oh no. That has Andrew St. Cyr now. Or, I'm sorry, Andrew Pratt. A couple of Andrews getting together there, but Pratt actually didn't make contact. Pratt was trying to avoid contact, which I think he did make contact according to that front end. Maybe a little bit, but that has him scored in 13th now, leaving Seth Berger to get to 11th. We now work our way up front as Malenko's past Max Service for the race lead. Let's see if we can figure out how this happened. Oh, this happened a little bit ago. Oh, here was the pass right here. See how it was set up. This was a couple laps ago. Malenko on Max Service. He sent it into turn 1, trying to get... Did he use the bumper? He almost did. But that put pressure on Service down the back. Did Service pull away here, Malenko? Did he send it into 3 and 4? He sent it. Look at him send it. Oh, can he make it stick? Well, obviously he did because he took the lead. This is a replay once again. Malenko loose off of turn 4. He was side by side with Service down to front straight. Service fought back from the run on the outside, but to no avail. I think Malenko sent it in here into 1 and got cleared to the race lead. Service, did he have a crossover? He fought about it. He almost used the bumper back, and Malenko was clear to the race lead there. Go back live now. Malenko now has 0.3 of a second on Max Service, and that might have been it right there. Service is probably faster than Malenko, but Malenko may be better on the long run. We are approaching 20 laps on the run. The theory is a 3-stop strategy. Pit stops 50, 100, and 150 for each of these drivers. Service with the run once again. Does Service have anything for Malenko back? Will he send it? He fills up the mirror of that 7 car. We're right on board with the 81 of Max Service as they approach lap traffic. This battle's not over. Andrew Pratt goes by James Gilliard. And we'll find Dan Park in the thick of it, trying to work his way back around Andrew St. Cyr, who does have rear end damage from his contact with Andrew Pratt. Back up front, Malenko not pulling away from Service as they approach a lappers. Ms. Solms going at it for last car in the lead lap. I'm sorry, Gardner. Miz and Gardner going at it. Solms has 5 seconds on him. They must have made some contact or something, because I know Miz is fast. Oh, Gardner. Oh, no. Gardner's is damaged big time. He must have lost it off of a corner and made contact with somebody to go around like that. This is going to be interesting. Service now peeks to the inside. Malenko's got to defend. I think he's wheel hopping, trying to get to the inside of Gardner. Here we go. This is something. The leader's going at it as there's a battle for position for last car in the lead lap. This battle will carry. Oh no! Max Service makes contact with Adam Gardner. No, and that is going to be a caution. I think that does in Max Service. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. They were battling the lappers. Gardner, not really his fault. He was just trying to stay off the wall. He was trying to give Service room, hits the wall, and Service nowhere to go, and that's a damaged 81. He's definitely going to use a faster pair here. I'm sure of it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, man. This here. Getting into the corner. Both of them were wheeling it. I did say Max Service was on it, trying to get around Malenko here, and he just... Gardner didn't mean to. He just hit the wall, and wow. Right in front of us, too. Man, oh, man. Do this again. See Gardner trying to give Malenko room. Service was sliding up, which I think Gardner thought he was going to slide up more, try to give him more room. Hits the wall, and when you hit the wall one direction, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and that's what happened for Max Service. And once again here, I think Gardner was just trying to give room. Oh, man. Oh, what a hit. And Max Service definitely is going to pit here. Hasn't pitted yet, but I don't think pit lane's been open. So, what do you do here? You have 4 sets of tires. This is probably a point where you do pit. So, we'll see. I believe pit lane is open now. Here they come. Malenko will lead the parade into the pit lane. We'll see how the pit stops cycle out here. And there, of course, we'll have the times there on the left-hand side of your screen. I believe Adam Gardner's the free pass, but I don't think he should be. Jacob Zala, I think, got a wave around. Here comes Service into his pit lane, and Marco with the run, but it's gonna be Malenko at pit exit. And I think we have to talk to Malenko, man. I think we'd have to. So as he gets up to the pace car, we'll pull him in. And yeah, wow. I don't think Malenko anticipated this, but now Tyler Markle into the mix. If we get another yellow, Tyler Markle will be somebody we talk to as well. Jacob Zala again trying to get the wave around here to get back to 2 laps down. And they're on the one to green. Well, that was quick. Never mind, we're not gonna get an interview in. They might extend it here. If they extend it, we will try to get it in. If they gotta extend it quick, I think. I think Gardner's still in the pit lane. Max Service is out and away. Maybe try to save a faster pair. And no, we're doubled up. We're getting ready to go. So no interview. I thought we'd have another lap or so. I want to let them pit before we interviewed, but never mind. So Malenko, Markle, Brandon Richardson 3rd, Josh McClune 4th, Kyle Lingerfelt 5th, Andrew St. Core 6th, Seth Berger 7th, Devin Smith 8th, James Gillard, Dan Park. The iRacing.com pace car is off, and we are green from the Milwaukee Mile. In turn 1, can Malenko fend off Tyler Markle? Markle trying to find his way in line. Maybe Markle can find a way around Malenko. I forget, I mean, nobody expected Max Service to, fall the way he did. Malenko holding on to the top spot now. We have to go back to find the action. And it's back here with Daniel Park and Eric Peck. We're trying to work his way into the top 10. They're 3 wide back there. Nearly 3 wide. Max Service was really working on trying to find his way up there. But Daniel Park into the 9th position here. They are double wide behind all of this mess. My goodness, what a pack we've got back here. Richardson to the inside of Peck. Stutzman down low on Thompson. And Pratt on Velzy. How about this now? Markle, a new player into the mix. Can he go toe-to-toe with Malenko? You see the gap there. Malenko right now fending off Tyler Markle. Go back here, though. This is a battle. Gilliard and Dan Park. Eric Peck. It's Brandon Richardson. A big moment off of turn 4, but he'll save it. What a save from the 29 of Richardson. And how about Seth Berger? After starting last, he's in the 5th position, only 30 laps in. Do not count him out. And we'll take a look at the comments. Mark Berger says, "Go Seth, you got this, number 77 indeed." He's gone from 20th to 5th. Can he get into the top, or can he get into the podium? Can he start duking it out with Maliko and Markle? We still have yet to see, but a lot of racing remains. Back here, Thompson on Richardson. And now Park, he's got something for Gilliard possibly. All of this battle right here. Devin Smith, James Gilliard, Dan Park, Jeremiah Stutzman, everybody under a blanket here. Now Stutzman on Daniel Park. This for 9th. Stutzman to the inside. Does he send it? Dan Park sends it on the outside, trying to fend him off. Vody tried to cut him off. Here's the center of the corner. Dan, he goes wide. Stutzman fights back to the inside. Stutzman still down low on Dan Park. Park gets the wall. Stutzman sends it into 3. And now what's the strategy with a lap 23 pit? We have 175 laps left in the race. I guess it'd still be a 3-stop from there. I'm sorry, a 2-stop from there. Well, see, because at 175, you could divide it into thirds. Would be 60 laps each. I guess, yeah, people would try a 3-stop. So we can expect pit stops about lap 105. No, that's too far. I'd have to say, well, if they pit it, 60, yeah, 80, I'm sorry, yeah, 85 or so. We should see pit stops and then 85 to 145 to the end of the race, or thereabouts. That would be the strategy from here. How about Andrew Pratt trying to roll up to Daniel Park? Vista battle for the top 10. Does Andrew Pratt have anything? I'm sure we'll find out. Alright, well, I think this is where we get our green flag run, so we'll let the sights and sounds of the Milwaukee Mile take you away. As you enjoy, crank it up. Hope you enjoyed. Crank it up there. Malika now has a 2.5 second advantage over Tyler Markle. You see it there. Josh McClune now closing the gap up on Tyler Markle. The battle back here, St. Cyr and Stutzman going at it. Seth Berger now into 4th as well. Smith into 5th. St. Cyr having a problem or something. He's dropping back like a rock. Stutzman into 6th. Richardson going at it now with Andrew Pratt and James Gilliard. Richardson will send it into 3. Can he clear Gilliard on exit? Does he have a shot at Pratt? He'll fight back up the inside. He'll file into line. Oh, contact! Richardson gets hit from Gilliard. They hold on. Devin Smith sending it on Seth Berger. Malka now opens up near 4 second advantage. Now this battle for second. Kevin Thompson passing Doug Solms. Oh, contact! Doug Solms and Adam Gardner go around. Jason Miz involved. Another caution. Oh, and Jason Miz is oh, man. Man, oh, man. Let's see what happened here. Jason Miz behind Gardner. And that's another one on Gardner, I believe. It's our league owner. That 56 car. We'll see what happens here. Oh, contact and Miz couldn't avoid it. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. They were all battling for the lead lap for the lucky dog. I think Miz is out. Yeah, Miz is not returning back to the track. And can't really blame him too much here. We'll see another view of it. Here, and they kind of met in the same spot Gardner and Solms did, and Miz couldn't avoid it. Now Thompson was sending it in, and let's see what happens from this angle. Yeah, they just kind of met. Not really. I mean, it has to be 50-50 if there's playing. And I mean, they were just. I don't know why Solms came down, but that, you know, they both met up. It wasn't really either one's fault. So we'll see here. We'll look at the comments. Rebecca Berger says, "Mom is rooting for you, Seth." And Seth, I mean, let's put this into perspective. He started last, and now we're 1/4 of the way into the race, and he's in 4th. As Jacob Zala does get the free pass. I believe this puts Zala back on the lead lap. Still scored as 1 lap down. We'll wait for it to cycle out. And yeah, we'll see here what the look like is. As they head into the pit lane. So now we're getting into some dangerous territory. They have 4 extra sets of tires. And a lot of times they're resetting there on the left-hand side. They have 4 extra sets of tires. They used 1 on the lap 23 caution. They use another here at the lap 48 caution. So now we have 150 laps left and 2 sets of tires. This is This is looking wicked. I think Berger's out and away. McClune will beat them off, and it's Malenko over Markle, McClune, and Berger. Eric Peck stays out. And we'll see what happens here. And now, I guess we got to work quickly, considering what happened last caution. We'll see if we can get a word in with race leader, driver number 7, Malenko. And, wow, I don't think you were expecting this race so far.
Oh, not really. No, not at all.
Let's see. You might get the one to go here. So first off, what do you what did you see on that first caution?
It just looked like Spoop got loose on the outside, came down, hit Max. Don't know how damaged Max got, but didn't really see the wreck other than Spoop got loose on the exit and hitting the Max.
And then, so it was you and Max. So you sent it in on lap 16, I believe, or before it. I think maybe lap 12, and it was a tight battle between you and Max. But now Tyler Markle lines up next to you on that last restart, and he held with you a little bit. You pulled away. What do you expect on this restart?
Don't know, since I'm going to be lining up second. Markle may get the lead here since the outside is terrible, but don't know. Gonna have to get by freak fast.
Right. Well, let's see what happens. We'll let you get to it. And that was driver number 7, Malenko. Now, Eric Peck did stay out. What this does do is he saves a set of tires that we're kind of worried about how many tires the field has left. He has 3 as the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car pulls off into the pit lane. We are green once again from Milwaukee. Oh, and into the barrier goes Eric Peck. Oh, no, that is not what he wanted at all. The battle now up front continues. Malenko and Markle get to it. Seth Berger now looking for third on McClune. He'll send it into 3. And there's a caution on the speedway. Oh, no, Kevin Thompson involved in another accident. We'll have to see this entire restart kind of play out, so we'll go back to here. So this is Eric Peck and Malenko line up together. And there the pace car pulls off. Let's see if Markle maybe just trying to get a good run. Oh no, he spins the tires. Tries to get out of Markle's way. He's still spinning the tires, I think, or he hits the inside wall there. That jumbles up everybody back here. Then we look at Kevin Thompson. Oh no, Eric Peck on old tires. Oh, he wrecked Velzy and Tom. Oh no. And Solms has to stop. Man, oh man, that's tough. Velzy and Thompson, they're just riding back here. They weren't expecting any of this to happen, and Peck just on old tires slides up. Velzy had nowhere to go, and Thompson is just trying to get around it on the outside, and he could not avoid it himself. So there's Peck down the inside. And he's just sliding old tires, and around those two go. And that hurts because they might have to use another set of tires here because they did just flat spot him possibly. See one more view here. See Peck on the inside trying to let the field go. He tries to gas it back up after thinking those guys will get around him, and wow, not really much they could do. Wow, and the third caution again. I mean, we did not expect this from today's race whatsoever. Let's see, I don't believe Tyler Markle's going to pit, so we're going to try to bring him up and see what driver number 42 has to say.
Oh, hello. We were talking. What's up?
What's up, Tyler? Right, so I don't know what you could have seen from the first yellow. First, I'll ask you, what do you think happened with Mal and Max Service and the lappers on that first yellow?
I heard Spoob got loose or something, came down or pinched Max down, and it went to help him there.
Right.
And I saw Max spinning like a top when I was coming off the 2.
Oh, man. Yeah, we did see that. So then you line up beside Malenko on that restart. You hung with him a little bit, and then he kind of pulled away. Well, did you learn anything maybe from riding behind Malik on how he's taking the track, or?
I feel like I'm taking it the same. I just don't know how he saves tires. It feels like his tires don't wear as much. I don't know.
Wow.
Right. It doesn't drop pace, and I don't understand why.
All right, so this most recent restart, you're lining up behind the 37 who stayed out on 26 lap old tires. I was gonna say, so what did you see from your perspective on this restart?
He just looked like he was trying to let everyone go because he stayed out. Don't know why, but now he's fucked. Lap down.
Yeah. What happened further back? He got into the wall, and then Velzy and Thompson went to his outside, and he slid up on old tires and collected them. So working hour now, third caution of the day. What are you really expecting out of this?
I don't know. We were all discussing pitch strategy. We're all thinking about just going to the tank empties now instead of doing different strategies. So we'll see what happens.
Right on. Well, I'll put you back
in.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll let you get to it.
So the first time.
But yep, we'll get to it here. Tyler Merkel lines up to the outside of Malika. Behind him, McClune, Berger, Smith, St. Cor, Pratt, Park, Richardson, Gilliard, and the rest of the order on the left side of your screen. Jason Miz no longer in the race. iRacing.com pace car pulls off into the pit lane, and we are green once again from Milwaukee. Merkel fights hard. Malika has to get his arc into the corner. We'll see if Berger can hang on to the outside of McClune. They'll be side by side off of 2. McClune has to run on the exit, but Berger will try to hang tough on the outside. Down into 3, side by side with these two. I think Berger will let McClune into line. Oh, there's a puff of smoke. Did Seth Berger maybe get loose in there? Oh, there's a car in front of Malenko. That's Jacob Zala. Oh no, what a bad timing. Right in front of the leaders on the restart. This is going to be tough for Zala to make it through the field smoothly. Marco helping that he gets around Zala quicker than Service got around Gardner for sure. Here comes McClune to the inside of Zala now. Oh no. Battling further back, Max Service now trying to work his way back into the top 10 here. Service into 11, trying to get to Pratt here. Remember, Max Service, one of the fastest cars on track after the accident on lap 23. Send him back here. Lingerfeld tries to fight back here. Zala staying on that outside wall. Everybody's sliding as Zala trying to get a run off the corner to keep some sort of pace up. Nearly 3 wide here. Pratt now to the inside of Zala. Service looking to follow suit. Lingerfeld as well. Now Service under attack for Kyle Lingerfeld for 11th. Seth Berger's lost a lot of momentum to Josh McClune, now a 2.5 seconds behind. Under attack from Devin Smith. Now this is a battle back here. Park on St. Cor, but Richardson and Stutzman all in this mix. Stutzman will send it into 3 to line back up. Richardson leaves some room. Side by side off the corner. Park trying to get to 6th. He will clear for 6th on St. Cor. Move Dan Park into the 6th position. Richardson to the inside of St. Cor. Here comes Stutzman. Pratt to the inside of Cor now for 9th. St. Cor back to 10th. Lingerfeld got around Service for 11, which is going to propel Lingerfeld into the top 10. Lingerfeld to the inside of Cor. Maxer is trying to fend off James Gilliard now. Service's car must be wounded. He's dropping. Fall back up. What a tight battle up here. Berger now has Smith, Park, and Richardson at bay with Stutzman and Pratt behind them. Top three easily gone. Berger in fourth, trying to fend off Smith. So everybody kind of running single file here. Berger trying to see what he can do to make up any time, but he's losing time to McClune. It's not really working out in his favor. Up front, McClune closing the gap on Tyler Markle. Markle back to about 9/10 of a second on Malenko behind him, but has stayed that way ever since. The top three now equidistant from each other. But it is Dan Park peeks to the inside of Smith. Smith sends it into one as well. Dan Park to the back bumper to 95. Can't get there, or at least chooses not to get there. Service back to 13. Here comes Smith to the inside of Berger. Can't get down there. Berger too strong on entry. This whole line, though, is still just nose to tail. Now there's battling back. This is Stutzman on Richardson behind them for 7th. Double wide now for 6th. Richardson, he was under attack from Stutzman. Now puts the pressure on Park to get faster. Smith still trying to find a way around Seth Berger. Berger's now lost 4/10 to the car ahead of him. Park trying to stay in front of Richardson. I think a little bit of contact. Dan Park tries to hold on. They both go out of the groove. They're still up together up high. A lot of contact. Richardson falls back. Here comes Stutzman. Stutzman to the inside of Dan Park now. Park fighting hard on that outside. Now Park under attack. He was moved by Richardson. Still hasn't been able to get to the inside lane fully. Pratt fights back inside. Richardson's there piling on the pressure. Here comes Lingerfeld and Core as well. Now Lingerfeld on Richardson. That for 9th. Lingerfeld, I think, gets loose on the inside of turn 2 there. The inside Richardson leaves a lot of room. So Lingerfeld to 9th. Richardson fights back on Lingerfeld, but can't get down there. The battle still happens up here. Now Stutzman's caught up to Devin Smith. Stutzman's got a little hot rod himself. Stutzman's been very quiet this series. We've talked about him on alternate strategy a lot. Now the strategy here on out is tough. They pitted about 49 for 200. That's 150 laps left with 2 sets of tires. Smith misses the corner, locks up or something. He's going wide. Stutzman to 5th. Something must be wrong with Seth Berger's car. He is losing time ahead of him fast. The gap now opened up to 4 seconds here. Now Dan Park on Devin Smith. One little mistake on a one groove racetrack can be detrimental. As you see here, if you fall out of that groove, you drop back. Now Smith under attack, or I'm sorry, piling on the pressure on Dan Park. Stutzman trying to get to the inside of Berger, can't get there. Pratt hanging tough in 8th. Tyler Markle closing the gap on Malenko. That down to half a second. All eyes are up here. We'll take a look at the comment section. No new comments as of yet. Everything the same up here. Stutzman hasn't been able to find a way around Berger. Dan Park with a head of steam on corner entry. Here's the thing, I think a lot of these drivers think they're faster than Seth Berger. Seth Berger is doing a great job at defending this position. I don't know what's wrong with Seth Berger's car, but he's probably saving tires. But, I mean, I don't know. Something has to be going on here. We start lap 75 of 200 back here. Malenko has a 7/10 of a second advantage over Markle and Josh McClune, and then is a second and a half behind Tyler Markle. 5 seconds back, you'll find this battle with Seth Berger, Jeremiah Stutzman, Dan Park, Devin Smith, and Drew Pratt. Richardson, Lingerfeld have fallen off there. Stutzman to the inside of Pratt, maybe. He's pushing hard. Berger again defending beautifully. Stutzman now looks to the outside. He tries to see if he can cut under the 77 on exit. And roll to center better. Berger slightly losing, ever so slightly. See that left rear fall off the inside line. Stutzman pushes into the corner. Can't get to the bumper, can't get to the inside or anything really. Fighting hard still, now 5 seconds behind Josh McClune. Stutzman's lost a little bit of touch since that. You go back up front, Malenko has a 7/10 of a second advantage over Tyler Markle. Markle has not really lost any touch to Malenko, but Malenko was in that 7 car, lead lap 77. 777's 4v7. And looking like a one-stop strategy from here, we can see drivers pit maybe lap 125 has been the discussion. We heard in the interview from Tyler Markle. There's a top 3. It really, as the suns come out, it really looks sunny up here. We'll fall back all the way back here. How about these 5? It's a dogfight for 4th. Dan Park, the heart of this sandwich. You see Berger and Stutzman ahead and Smith and Pratt behind. They really are clawing at each other here, but Berger hangs tough in 4th, leading this group. Stutzman sends it in to the inside of Seth Berger. I think Berger will give up the spot on this one groove racetrack, and Jeremiah Stutzman clears to 4th. Now, does he have anything to reel back in Josh McClune? Stutzman is fast. And we'll see right here, was Jeremiah Stutzman really faster than Seth Berger? And Stutzman's now opened up half a second already on Seth Berger. Closed the gap a little bit to Josh McClune. So Stutzman thought he was faster than Seth Berger, and appears that he is so far. Now Dan Park, can he find a way around Seth Berger? He's probably got to send it in just like Stutzman did. Oh, Dan Park has a moment. Now he's under attack from Devin Smith. Tyler Markle must have made a mistake. He's fallen back from Malenko. Or Malenko's just really picked up the pace. You know what? I mean, McClune hasn't really gained on Tyler Markle. He's gained about 2/10, but Markle's lost a second. So I think Malenko did pick up the pace. Malenko's running a 10 faster than Tyler here as Malenko looks to approach the 13 of Doug Solms. You see Solms there without a front end. And Malenko will send it in. Let's see if we can get a little through the field action here. And we'll look at, of course, our race leader, Malenko. He was hyped to be the driver to absolutely dominate this race, and that he has been doing, not without a little bit of help. 3 cautions in today's race thus far. One of those, the first one, being involving his real, what we thought would be his only competitor today, Max Service, as they were lapping a group of lap cars battling for position. One of the lap cars hit the outside wall and came down, and Max Service was now nose first into the inside wall. Max Service taken out of contention early in this race. So in the 10th position, so not out of. Oh man, a big moment for Tyler Markle trying to get around Doug Solms. That's going to have him lose some more time. But Tyler Markle has not been able to get to the race lead. He's been in second for quite a while. Was in third before Max Service crashed out. Well, not out. Max Service is still racing, but crashed. And Tyler Markle has been trying to stick with Malenko, but now Malenko opens up the gap. We fall back to third position. Josh McClune, he's been pretty quiet today. Up towards the top 5 on that third position grind here. He's got a couple podiums this season, I believe, already. McClune just quietly working his way up there in the points. McClune does not have a win to his name this season yet, but McClune working on that in third position. A couple things could fall his way today, and you might just be seeing him on the top step of a podium. Fourth position will find Jeremiah Stutzman, who he has been on an absolute tear through the field since this last restart. Everybody came in and put fresh tires, the caution directly before, and then stayed out the next one because it was the next lap. And Jeremiah Stutzman has been moving. I believe he was in the heart of the field about 10 for 11. He's up to 4th. And Stutzman closing the gap now on Josh McClune. Stutzman might have something for these leaders. Stutzman has been on the absolute move. Fall back to the 5th position. Seth Berger holding his own here. I'm not sure. Seth Berger started last, ended up in 4th, and looked very fast working his way through the field. But once he got to 4th, a couple cautions into the race, either drivers made adjustments or something, because Seth Berger has been stalled out on the scoring ladder in the 4th position. Stutzman ended up passing him and now gapping him 2 seconds now. And even Nick C agrees to pick it up, Seth. Seth Berger, probably not one of his better tracks. He struggled here in preseason testing, I believe. This could have been his first race also in preseason testing, but Seth Berger not enjoying today. And that being said, top 5, and not just Dan Parks into the inside of Seth Berger, but a not enjoyable day for Seth Berger, being a top 5, now falling to 6th. That's still insane. We'll fall back now. We'll go forward to Dan Park, who just passed Seth Berger for the 5th position. Dan Park literally was telling me before the broadcast that he has been having a lot of bad luck this season. I didn't disagree. He has been. He's been fast. He was fast at Homestead practice. He was fast in qualifying today in the top 4. And look at him hanging tough in the top 5. Dan Park still has some magic in that one car. Do not count out that one car. Janet Young just commented on the broadcast. Come Seth, we believe in you. And you should. Seth Berger is a fast driver. Fall back to the 7th position now with Andrew Pratt. Andrew Pratt now working over that 77 of Seth Berger. And Pratt has really been all over the place. Early in the race, before our first yellow flag of the day, Andrew Pratt found himself in the inside barrier, trying to avoid the 93 of Andrew St. Cyr. After that, he's gotten his damage repaired as the 89 of Kevin Thompson hits the pit lane. That's one of the lappers. But he's gotten his damage repaired. He's gotten fresh tires on it. And he's still here. He's rocking in the top 10 in 7th position. Andrew Pratt may still have some something to say about this top 5. 8th position, Devin Smith. He's been quietly working his way through the field. He was towards the back in qualifying, worked his way up towards the top 5, in the top 5 I believe also at one point. Is now falling back to 8th. Maybe the long run speed, not his thing, but a late race yellow could be very, very beneficial for this 95 car. 9th position, Max Service, and what can we say? Look at that front end, bent up. If these drivers don't have fast repairs, Max Service, he's pretty much out of contention. As almost contact behind Kyle Lingerfeld and St. Cyr. I saw Lingerfeld shaking on corner entry. That's why we flipped back to that. But we'll go back to Max Service. I mean, Max Service led the opening laps. He qualified on pole. We thought he would be the driver to stick it to Malenko if anybody could do it. And now, Max Service here in the 9th position. Car damage, engine damage. He was battling with a lap car on lap 20, and it went wrong from there. Max Service still has the race to go. Things can definitely fall into his favor, but the win looks very, very far for the driver of the number 81. Fall back to the 10th position, Andrew St. Cyr. Here's somebody who's missed, I believe, the last couple weeks, or hasn't been. He's missed a couple races recently, and now Andrew St. Cyr here in the 10th position. He's brought some fight. He was towards the front. He was fast at one point. He was battling with Devin Smith up there as well, in the top 5 very early in this race. Now a long green flag run, not helping him out too much. But Andrew St. Cyr in that 10th position, a nice top 10 would do him some well after missing a couple of races. Another top 10 would do some well for Kyle Lingerfeld. He has 8 laps led on the season, and that is it. All of those 8 laps led came last week at Homestead from pit cycles. Kyle Lingerfeld needs something to go his way, and with strategy becoming very, very basic on this run to the checkers. If we stay green, Lingerfeld in some trouble in 11th to really gain some. He has a fast car, but they've now gapped him as he's probably heated up the tires, trying to battle with one another. He was battling Andrew St. Cyr and is now losing even more time, now falling into the clutches of 12th place Brandon Richardson, who is also back here. He was up front as well on the restart and has really dropped back this entire time. Richardson trying to hang tough up there, and I think he's been kind of bullied out of those positions. Back to the 12th position, trying to reciprocate some speed back out of that position. Not working out entirely in his favor. But Richardson in the 12th position, looking and searching for a top 10. I believe he's already gotten one on the season. We'll see if he can hang on. The 13th position will find driver to 33, James Gilliard. And now Gilliard, the driver we haven't talked much about today, and he's been towards the back. He was around the center of the battles towards the back. Of course, Max Service working his way through the field. Had a hard time with James Gilliard. Gilliard's great at defending positions, and he just hasn't been put into a position. So if we can get a caution to fall his way and put him up front, watch out for James Gilliard to hold on to some spots. And that will wrap up all the drivers on the lead lap. Garrett Velzy has gone one lap down to race leader Malenko, who is in between now Gilliard and Garrett Velzy. Velzy was also involved in the most recent accident with Eric Peck. And Kevin Thompson was also in that accident as well. He's 16th. Doug Solms was in an accident earlier with Adam Gardner and Jason Miz. He's 15th. Eric Peck, of course, the center of the last accident, in 17th. Jacob Zala. What happened to Jacob Zala? Something went amiss for Jacob Zala. He's 18th. And Jason Miz in that big accident as well. He's P20. So now race leader Malico, 4.5 second advantage over Tyler Markle. And man, business is picking up back here. We left these battles to let them work themselves out, and really haven't. Seth Berger's still hanging tough in 5th. Andrew Pratt now into 6th position over Devin Smith. Dan Park back here as well. Dan Park hits the pit lane, lap 100. We work Dan Park, driver inside the top 10. He's going for a 2-stop strategy to the end here. He's still going to pit 100 and lap 150. Other drivers trying for the 1-stopper, pitting on lap 125, and that being it. Max Service is in as well. They're the only 2 drivers to pit on the lap 100 mark. Let's see who pits with them. Devin Smith trying to find a way around Andrew Pratt peeks to the inside, can't get down there. That was close. The battle for 6th continues to rage on. So we just passed halfway here at the Milwaukee Mile. Andrew St. Cyr into the pit lane. So some drivers still not believing in that 1-stop strategy. Think that the 2-stop strategy is going to be faster, more beneficial to their positioning. We'll see what happens. So Devin Smith still working on Andrew Pratt here for the 6th position. And this is about the only battle now remaining on track once pit stops have gone underway. 3 drivers have pitted so far. Nobody else in the top 10 looking to follow suit. And of course, Andrew Pratt, don't forget about his damage earlier. So Andrew Pratt trying to hold on there in 6th with some left rear damage from very, very early in the race. Jeremiah Stutzman. Remember when he got past Seth Berger, we didn't know how much he would close up on the top 3 ahead of him? Well. Look at Jeremiah Stutzman now, less than a second behind Josh McClune. Stutzman has a shot at something here this race. Into the pit lane, Garrett Velzy is in. He was one of the drivers 1 lap down. Gilliard has gone a lap down to Malico, which now leaves 9 drivers on the lead lap. Of course, in the middle of pit cycles, a little bit of an inflated number. But Jeremiah Stutzman, he has chased down Josh McClune. As there's Garrett Velzy coming off the pit lane. And we'll see how Velzy plays a role into this battle. Here's Stutzman on McClune. This is Stutzman letting Velzy to his inside. No. Stutzman just trying to get the run on McClune down the front straight. And this has been truly phenomenal how much time Stutzman has made up on the rest of the top 3. Brandon Richardson is in. Now, if you're pitting here, between now and like lap 120, I cannot tell you what strategy you're going for. Whether a 1 or a 2 stop, you're really in limbo there. If you're going for a 2 stop, you're going to have to make a count. And you pretty much would have had to pit a few laps ago. Stutzman to the inside of McClune. Garrett Velzy looking to follow suit. This may really clear this battle up. Then Jeremiah Stutzman, clear to third position. What a run for Jeremiah Stutzman. Now he's 3.5 seconds behind Tyler Markle. Markle will go 7 seconds behind race leader Malenko. So Jeremiah Stutzman can still steal a second away. The race win seems very, very far, but second place still looks wicked easy for the 71 car. So as we're in limbo in the middle of pit stops, we're going to get a little crank it up going and let y'all enjoy the sights and sounds of the Milwaukee Mile. And you saw it there on Crank It Up. Race leader Joshua Balliet. Malenko has come in and out of the pit lane. And that... oh, boy. I mean, he's got speed. If he's going to be in the middle of two strategies, he's going to be the one to do it. But he might have just thrown this race away. I don't think he could have. I mean, if he could have gone 10 laps longer, he should have. Because now Tyler Markle has taken over the race lead of this race, 2.5 seconds ahead of Jeremiah Stutzman. That gap has closed a second as it is. And wow. That is something I didn't expect. Josh McClune was in. Malenko was in. Pratt and Lingerfelt were in. Are those the fuel tanks? Or I mean, Tyler Markle might have fallen off saving fuel. Tyler Markle could win this race on fuel strat. And he's going to have to save the second stint as well. Oh, Garrett Velzy to the back bumper at a 42. I forgot, you know, these cars have 75% capacity fuel tanks. They might have not been able to go 75 laps. And now Seth Berger, Devin Smith are in. Well, Tyler Markle could be the curveball of this race as he battles Garrett Velzy. If Tyler Markle can go 5 more laps, he might have something to say on this one-stop strat. I think Jeremiah Stutzman is in as well. He'd be a driver to go for this strategy. James Gilliard, the second car, 1 lap down. Malenko about 18 seconds behind Tyler Markle, so Markle cutting a pit stop out of it would be even close to working. Tyler Markle, I think he's coming in now, 115. Now this is weird. All of these drivers I thought were going to try to go to 120. Now everybody is in. They took the fuel tank to the very last drop, and now they have an 85 lap stint to the finish that I don't think they can complete. So this is a 2-stop strategy that I did not expect these drivers to be going on. Well, we'll see here. I mean, it was 150 laps remaining in the race, and Malenko even told me before the race that if you can go about 60 laps on a tank of fuel, which these drivers did confirm they were going to go about 60 laps on a tank of fuel, then why would you go 60 laps? Why would you not go 50? 50 and then another 50 and another 50 to make it an even race instead of going 60, 60, 60, and 20. Well, now He's gone back on that, from what he told me at least, and that's Tyler Markle 15 seconds behind. We'll let the gap refresh, but look at that! That is the gap on fresh tires. Remember, he was about 5 seconds behind Malico. Now, 5 laps later, he lost 2 seconds a lap. That is absolutely wicked. I don't know if Tyler Markle can make that up. Malico has this field now in his hands. This race truly is now in the hands of the 7 car. Now what he might do here is split the rest of this race in half and, you know, pit at lap 155 and go to the end. Or lap 160 just to be safe, but that, I don't know why Malico didn't split it into equal thirds like he literally said before the race. That will be interesting to ask about in the interview. Should I remember? But yeah, we have 81 laps to go this time by the start-finish line for race leader Malico. And Josh McClune in a battle with Seth Berger. Max Service is here as well. Max Service on the 2-stop. Now Service might have something to say because he's going on a definite 2-stop and may have split this race into equal thirds a little bit better. I don't know if anybody's going to gain the 15 seconds. He has over second place himself already. Malico does on Markle. But Service may get back to a good, a respectable position for the amount of effort and the amount of speed he had. So Stutzman's in third. We're really seeing how that strategy's going to play. Oh, Velzy, big moment. Trying to let drivers by. Garrett Velzy loose entering the first corner and had to regain control of his car. Dan Park is now going 1 lap down in the 11th position, and Richardson right in front to have 10 cars on the lead lap. But Seth Berger now in 5th behind McClune. Stutzman 2 seconds up the road. Another 2 seconds up the road, you'll find second place driver Tyler Markle. So we have 79 laps to go here at the Milwaukee Mile. And Malico looks to have this race wrapped up, but we've already had 3 cautions today. 3 more than a lot of drivers expected. This race has not been what we expected it to be anyway. Max Service knocked out of contention, battling with a lap car. The very same thing can definitely happen to the 7 of Malico. We kind of just have to wait and see what happens here. Is Max Service is wounded engine and on 10 lap or so older tires than the drivers behind. Now getting caught by Andrew Pratt, Devin Smith. This the battle for 6th. Service now under attack from Pratt. Devin Smith's going to push Pratt. They're going to take it 3 wide. Oh, this may not be the move. Everybody slides. Gilliard here as well. Devin trying to send it to the inside of Pratt. Wow, trying to get around Max Service. That was close. Now Service way out of the groove. Service will fall back to 8th. And now Devin Smith will send it in on Andrew Pratt. This time with the intent of it working. Pratt trying to get to the inside, but James Gilliard, the lapper, is there. And Pratt continues to fight with Gilliard. Andrew St. Cyr has now gone 1 lap down. And he has 7 seconds on Brandon Richardson. I'm sorry, never mind. He has 2 seconds on Richardson. And now 8 seconds to this battle. Now this battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th Could be a free pass battle for a late race yellow when Amalco eventually does get here. Now, the way this has been played now, I can't see anybody going on a 1-stop. But now, what lap do you pit on your 2-stop? Well, I assume Max Service and friends who pitted on the lap 100 to 105 mark are pitting a lap 150 to 160. Everybody else, they're going to have to try to pit 155 to 160 as well. But they went longer. I don't know. It's very weird how this is playing out and how the two strategies could come to the end and overlap. Smith trying to put a lap on Gilliard. Can't get down there as Gilliard's been on the move on fresher tires by... and we knew this. Gilliard was fast, but just unlucky. Gilliard's able to maintain the spots better than really he can go attack, but he's been able to demonstrate his attack as well. He is a lap down. And the battle for the free pass is well away from him. But, you know, it's still a race. Seth Berger trying to close in on Josh McClune there. 0.6 of a second that gap for 4th. Jeremiah Stutzman's also closed the gap on Tyler Markle for 2nd. That gap down to 1 second. This gap now down to 0.4 of a second. McClune trying to fend off Seth Berger. Berger has been pretty good at defending his position. Is McClune the same? I mean, Stutzman really drove up to McClune and got around him quick. That was also when McClune was on older tires, and McClune probably was using them up, trying to stick with the top 2. Now, McClune maybe put into a more saving tires mode. Actually, he really should be using them because of when he pitted. He should be just using them all up and then pitting when he feels they're used and just going to the end from there. This is going to be something. And now this is also something. Max Service enters turn 1 as Malika comes off of turn 4. Max Service looks to be the next driver to go 1 lap down after we thought he would be the driver to stick it to Malika. Eric Peck way up high trying to let these guys by. And now let's ride on board with Seth Berger and see how he works his way around the 18 of Josh McClune. Seth Berger bides his time in the corners, trying to just let the tires grip up. Coming off the corner, Berger lines up McClune. Still can't get down there. Kind of letting it ride. Stutzman now closed that gap down between himself and Tyler Markle down to 0.5 second. We'll catch up with that one. And now here comes Stutzman to Tyler Markle. I'm very, very curious to see where this strategy ends up in relation to the likes of Service and St. Core, who came in on lap 100. They're going to be coming in about 15 laps, and they'll have several laps fresher tires. Jeremiah Stutzman hasn't been able to make any inroads on the 42 once he's gotten to about half a second. He's about stalled out there. About 65 laps to go here. And when the drivers who pitted between 110 and 115, when they come into pit lane, is really going to be crucial. I mean, if they come in any later than like lap 170, then they're almost wasting that time. Now they're going to have very fresh tires and they can abuse them all they want, but I can't see them with a good reason them going all the way to lap 175. There's no good reason for that I can think of, unless they have a scripted yellow somewhere in their mind. But Seth Berger still chilling behind the 18 of Josh McClune. Lingerfelt and Park duke it out for 11th with Brandon Richardson. They're all one lap down, but we'll take a look at that battle. Look at this. Dan Park now peeks to the inside of the 29 into turn 3. He'll send it in. Richardson gives plenty of room. Lingerfelt follows suit as well. Now Park into the top 10 once again, but Lingerfelt not done yet. Lingerfelt shoots to the inside. Seth Berger has caught Josh McClune down to 1/10 of a second, but Lingerfelt to the inside of Park. He make it stick. Lingerfelt and Park now side by side down the back. Lingerfelt now send it into 3. Will he get clear? Park will let him clear. Richardson, will he try to get back to Park now? It looks like they will settle it out amongst themselves there. Seth Berger still trying to find his way around McClune, but he got it down to 1/10 of a second at one point. He was there on the back bumper of the 18, but just kind of biding his time. They pitted one lap apart. McClune pitted one lap sooner than Berger. So McClune has theoretically one lap older tires than Seth Berger. We'll see how this plays out. What kind of undercut this play here. Seth Berger running lap times 1/10 faster than Josh McClune, but not able to get around McClune with that 1/10 faster. It's not that much faster, but Jeremiah Stutzman and Tyler Markle duke it out for second. Stutzman to the inside. If something goes amiss with the 7 of Malenko, this could be the battle for the win. With 60 laps to go at the Milwaukee Mile, 60 miles to go. Stutzman clears Tyler Markle. We'll take a look at this once again. What's Stutzman so far back? Markle missed his entry into turn 1. And this was lined up for a while. Markle missed his entry into 3 as well. Markle must be struggling on old tires. He's going to fall back big time here. And Stutzman just had the power run out of 4. They went side by side down the front straight. Markle fought back one last time into the corner of 1, but no grip up high in the marbles. And Stutzman got around him with ease. And now Markle fights back on Stutzman. McClune still hangs tough over Seth Berger. And Kyle Lingerfelt now closes up to Andrew St. Cyr for 9. That still is the battle for the lucky dog. Lingerfelt lines up Andrew St. Cyr. Now, will he make his way around St. Cyr faster than Berger will make his way around McClune? That still has yet to be found out. But St. Cyr all over the road on corner exit. Lingerfelt has 10 lap fresher tires, so this should work out pretty quick Lingerfeld peaks up high. Will he try to get the crossover down low? Sankor fending off Lingerfeld pretty nicely here. Now we're getting up to the point where pit stops will come into question. Well, when will we see Kevin Thompson hit the pit lane? Oh, when will we see Dan Park and Max Service and Andrew Sankor right here? Can he fend off Kyle Lingerfeld until his pit stop? What a win that would be for Andrew Sankor. Well, Lingerfeld to 9th. Max Service still hangs tough in 8th. Tyler Merkel has not fallen off Jeremiah Sussman quickly. He's still down to 0.8 of a second, but right here is the sight we did not expect. Not easily, at least. Malenko continues to close the gap on the 81 of Max Service to put him 1 lap down. Max Service, such a fast... Malenko actually catches the wall there off of turn 2. We'll see how hard Max Service fights, because if a late race yellow comes out, Max Service is in prime position to still gain some good spots. Can Max Service stay out in front of Malenko before his pit stop is the biggest question here. We're here on lap 150. This is the pit window. Service sliding, Service 10 lap older tires than the race leader. He stays out, but he's loose on corner exit. Nobody drawn in yet. 50 laps to go here at the Milwaukee Mile. Malenko peeks to the inside. Service still fights. Oh, Service loose on corner exit. Slides on corner exit. Malenko holding his breath as he tries to lap the 81 of Service. Service can't get down there. He'll have to stay out another lap if he planned that lap. Nobody working their way in yet, but this would be when they split it in half from 50, 100, 150, and 200. When does that last pit stop come into play? Work lap 152. Max Service. Does he come in now? Here he comes. That was where I expected it. Max Service, the first driver to pit on lap 151. For his final pit stop. Here he comes to the attention of his pit crew. Now who will follow him? Kevin Thompson is in. Service is down and away. Now, when do the other drivers come in for their pit stops? Because this is where the strategies are going to pretty much overlap. How long do these drivers run them out? Or it's a long shot because these right front tires take such a beating at Milwaukee. Drivers can run it out of fuel. They can go to 170 and then take fuel only. I don't see how that goes good. But drivers are in now. Andrew Sankor is in. And Daniel Park is in. St. Cord down and away. Along with Dan Park. Josh McClune is in. An important piece of the puzzle here for the top 5. Malenko continues to lead his 14.7 second advantage over Jeremiah Stutzman. Now Brandon Richardson is in with Garrett Velzy. Eric Peck is in. Oh, Velzy had to reverse to get back into start. Now race leader Malenko is in. This is him not letting Jeremiah Stutzman get the undercut, as Jeremiah Stutzman will take the race lead. Tyler Markle will get to second. Seth Berger will get to third. Malenko leaving his pit box as Devin Smith will get to fourth. And even here, his pit stop now done. His final pit stop now down. Malenko. The worst he would fall down to would have been 5th, maybe 6th, as Andrew Pratt will be racing him on pit exit. But Malenko come out into 5th position with drivers only as far as 16 seconds ahead of him. Not yet to pit. As Seth Berger is now into the pit lane. Yes, Seth Berger's in the pit lane. So now, I don't know, Jeremiah Stutzman, Tyler Markle, what is the plan here? They continue to stay out. Devin Smith, what is the plan? Do you wait till Malenko passes you to come in? I don't know why. You can definitely do that. They will stay out. Mark Berger says 77 all the way. Well, Seth Berger, he is the second car 1 lap down as he battles it out with Max Service. He will be ahead of Max Service now with 6 lap fresher tires. In the middle of pit cycles, this should still be on the lead lap, as Kyle Lingerfelt is in the pit lane. Andrew Pratt is in. Oh, Tyler Markle has brought the gap back in on Jeremiah Stutson. Stutson's been using up his stuff. I don't know. I think this is too late. This is definitely going to be the battle for second, though. I think Markle pits when Stutzman pits. And Markle probably tries to use up his stuff with Stutzman. Andrew Pratt is in. Jacob Zala says, good race, guys. Screwed it up on lap 1. Would love to get better finishes. The only person I can blame is myself. That is unfortunate. So right here, the battle for the lead, the battle for what eventually will become second, unless a caution were to come out right now. I mean, it'd still be with the battle for second because Malenko would probably stay out. But, you know, if Malenko has a set of tires, honestly, he would come in. But I don't think he has a set of tires. I think they've wasted their last set of tires now. But Markle to the race lead. He powers by Jeremiah Stutzman. He'll try to fight back. Seth Berger will try to get into this mix, but Malenko looks to take this race lead before he even come into pit. Now Stutzman might try to undercut Tyler Markle here. Stutzman might come in now. Watch for that. As Adam Gardner, he's back on track. Watch for Stutzman to come in. No, Stutzman does not come in. He stays out, thinking maybe a lapper might cause a yellow here. Berger trying to work his way out of being 1 lap down. Gardner way up the track. Tyler Markle trying to hold on right now. In the midst of pit cycle. Look at this gaggle of cars. Seth Berger now looking to unlap himself from Tyler Markle. Berger will be unlapped. Now Richardson to the inside of the 71 of Stutzman. Stutzman falling back now. I think that's Gardner down to front, straight to the inside. Service trying to get himself unlapped before Maleko comes up to this battle. Richardson, the second physical car behind Tyler Markle. So Seth Berger back on the lead lap for now. And Max Service looking to be the last to follow suit. I believe Malika has gone around Jeremiah Stutzman for second because Stutzman's in the pit lane. This is the undercut on Tyler Markle. Markle has to come in next lap if he wants to battle for second. And Seth Berger into the 6th position. Tyler Markle still leads now. 2.2 seconds over Malika, who's already made his final pit stop. Tyler Markle, I wonder what the strategy is going to be for him. He's got to come now. He will stay out. So Markle, not worried about Jeremiah Stutzman. There goes Stutzman on pit exit. Stutzman will almost fall a lap down to Malenko. That is wild. Stutzman will send it in on Thompson. Now Markle, a 1.3 second advantage over Malenko. Now Markle lets Service by. And Richardson and Stutzman. Stutzman unlaps himself from Tyler Markle. Markle now half a second in front of will be the race leader in 3, 2, and 1 seconds now. Malenko will take over the race lead on that inside on his 40 lap fresher tires. He will go by to 42 and retake the race lead. Where Jeremiah Stutzman's right in front of Malenko, but Stutzman on 10 lap fresher tires. Will it be that much of a difference? I can't say. But Richardson here, Service right in front of Stutzman. Right in front of Malenko. Richardson goes his second lap down. Coming around to 31 laps to go. Now, here's the sight we did not expect. Max Service to be going 1 lap down to Malenko. Service fending off the 7. Malenko's not going to get by him easily. Malenko peeks to the inside. Service with the block! Malenko will not let Max Service get in the way of his first win on the season. Malenko will boot Max Service if he has to. Marco has made his move to the pit lane and Service continues to block. Malenko will punt Max Service out of the groove. Service fought hard. He really did. But Malenko was done with being blocked. He moved the 81 and with 30 laps to go, he has a 13-second advantage over Devin Smith, who still has yet to pit. And a 21-second. Here comes Devin Smith now. So Devin Smith is in. He gives second position to Josh McClune. 21.7 seconds behind race leader Malenko. Seth Berger, his strategy has him third. Under attack vote from Jeremiah Stutzman, who has 8 lap fresher tires, but Seth Berger fended off Jeremiah Stutzman for so long with 29 laps to go. Can Seth Berger hold on to a podium? What a run it would be for him. Tyler Markle 2.5 seconds behind Stutzman. Service 2.8 seconds behind Tyler Markle, which means Malenko is in between Service and Tyler Markle. Malenko looking to put a lap on everybody but second is what he's on pace to do right now. Well, Stutzman would not allow that. Stutzman looks like he will outpace Malenko with his 9-lap fresher tires and Markle with his 12-lap fresher tires. Now Markle with 3-lap fresher tires and Stutzman. That battle is a prominent one. Here comes Stutzman on Berger for third. Berger will let him go. Stutzman to third. Can Stutzman chase down 9 seconds on Josh McClune in 27 laps? Pam Williams says, go, Seth, go. Janet Young, way to go, Seth. Keep it up. Seth right now in the 4th position, looking good for a top 5. Josh McClune. That gap not updated. That's the gap. Stutzman 3 seconds behind Josh McClune. So Stutzman now works his way around Andrew St. Cyr. There's McClune. There's Stutzman. There's Berger, and Tyler Merkel was behind him. So as the battles are few and far between, let's do it one more time tonight, and a real one, so this one won't be as cut short unless something happens. How about Lisa Pratt? Well, before we that, Lisa Pratt coming in supporting the 75 of Andrew Pratt. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We love the support. Andrew Pratt, of course, a huge, huge part of making this series happen and making this series look good. Andrew Pratt and the Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award, given just because of how much help he has given to this series. Andrew Pratt helping many drivers get into this series when they weren't necessarily able to, especially with times as tough as right now. Andrew Pratt has done a lot to get these at least 20 cars on track, and a huge thanks to Andrew Pratt and a huge thank you to his supporters to continue to support. What a great person. It's Tyler Markle bumps Seth Berger out and away for the 4th position. Berger bullied out of 4th by Tyler Markle. To be fair, there was a lap car there that probably slowed up Seth Berger, and Markle just had to find a way around him fast if Markle was going to have any shot at Stutzman. We'll take a look at it, though, to be sure. Take a look at that replay. That's a little too late. We didn't see how really things will fare out here. Let's see. Markle was following Berger. Berger went to the inside of St. Cyr. Berger had to hit the brakes to avoid St. Cyr, and Markle didn't really see that. Markle got into the back of the 77. That being said, now Tyler Markle into the 4th position. Seth Berger, the last car on the lead lap, in 5th. This looks like where Berger will end up, though, in this 5th position. So not a bad top 5 run after starting last. But Janet Young says, your uncle said time for the big cheese. Seth 77 and Lisa Pratt. That's my boy. So proud of him. You'll have to see it. We're proud of him too. He's done a lot for us. And then his on-track performance hasn't been bad as well. Pratt has really brought some speed and really hoping for some results to show his way. But a lot of top 10s for Pratt. Pratt getting up there in the battle for points. And Andrew Pratt may have something to say in a playoff run should the season fall his way. We're only 6 races in. This is race number 7 on the 36 race season, but he might still have something to say. There's a lot of races to go as well, and any race could really fall anyone's way, and Andrew Pratt definitely counts as anyone. We'll see how this season plays out, but with 20 laps to go, we'll let the sights and sounds of the Milwaukee Mile speak to you once more tonight. Hopefully this one not abbreviated. Actually, we'll not get to that now because McClune just got passed by Jeremiah Stutzman, and Tyler Markle's closing in on this. We'll have to see how this happened. We'll fall back here to Stutzman, working to get around Lingerfeld and McClune. Linger, oh my goodness, Stutzman with the send. And I mean, so much faster. Look at that send. And Stutzman probably did the same thing into turn 3. He got to the inside of McLuhan and he sent it to the inside. Markle's gotten around McLuhan as well for 3rd. But Stutzman, that's how he got clear of McLuhan. And now Tyler Markle got around him. We'll see how this happened. Entering turn 1, Tyler Markle right behind the 18 of McLuhan. He sent it in the center of the corner. Did he make contact? He almost did. He just got the run down the back. And again, McLuhan's on about 10. McLuhan is on 14 lap older tires in relation to Tyler Markle. Markle was already going to get around him. But that was fast. And now Markle trying to close the gap on Jeremiah Stutzman now because Markle has 3 lap fresher tires than Stutzman does. And a 1.2 second advantage. They're 24 seconds back behind Malenko. But 1.2 seconds the advantage between Stutzman and Markle. This isn't over yet. And hopefully we'll catch this battle on the flip side. We'll try it once more. We will get to a crank it up for the final time this evening since the other one was abbreviated. And let's get you to it, shall we? And here we are, 12 laps to go at the Milwaukee Mile, and Tyler Markle piles under pressure on the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. Dan Park lets them duke it out, and Markle played this beautifully. It's not over yet, of course. The battle still has to happen, but Markle has been on an absolute tear. Can the tires last another 11 laps is the next question. But, I mean, Tyler Markle went 3 laps longer than Stutzman to have this exact thing right here. As Stutzman powered through most of the traffic for Tyler Markle just to follow the hole that Stutzman left. Stutzman's been wearing out that right front as Markle's just been cruising. And now Stutzman's right front is probably under attack as Markle, or is under duress as Markle is now putting Stutzman under duress. Coming around to 10 laps to go. Velzy moves out the way. And now Markle to the back bumper of the 71. This, the battle for second. Markle to the outside. I don't know if he meant to get to the outside. I think he just got on the gas a little too early in the center of the corner, maybe trying to get to the back bumper to 71. But it's a short track. Do not be afraid to use the bumper. The battle goes on here. 1 lap down. Service and Smith have gone 1 lap down. They're sliding, Max Services. McClune and Berger getting into it. And Jeremiah Stutzman and Tyler Markle. 3 battles going on track now. The lapper of Dan Park puts this battle on rest for the moment. Smith does get around Max Service, and Stutzman trying to hang on ahead of Tyler Markle. All those battles going on 25 seconds behind this man. The driver of the number 7 Malenko has put on an absolute clinic today, leading almost every single lap, but about, well, 20. He's led about 180 of the 200 laps. He has been on rails today. So Smith does get clear service for 6th. Seth Berger and Josh McClune, they go side by side into 3. Berger has 3 lap virtue tires. Can he get around McClune? He will clear McClune on exit, and this looks like where Berger will finish. A 4th place finish, not too shabby after starting last. It's unlikely he gets Markle or Stutzman unless one of them make contact, and here's this battle. Stutzman giving Markle the outside. Markle clear to the 2nd position. Coming around to 6 laps to go, Stutzman will fight back. Markle now blocks to the inside. Stutzman, can he get a better arc and get a better run to the center of the corner? This time by will be 5 laps to go. Stutzman tight on exit. And now 5 laps to go. Markle hanging on. Berger has cleared McClune for 4th. And Service has been passed by Devin Smith. I think the battles, they slowly fade away. And with 4 laps to go, coming around to 3 laps to go, Malenko is putting a lap on 5th place driver Josh McClune. 1.2 seconds up the road. 4th place driver Seth Berger waits. 3 laps to go at the Milwaukee Mile. For Malenko, absolute dominance. It took him 7 races, a little bit longer than anybody thought. But coming around to 2 laps to go, Malenko looks on pace for his first win on the season. I can't say lap traffic will put up much trouble. Stutzman tries to close the gap on Tyler Markle, but Malenko starts 2 laps to go. And I don't think he'll get to Seth Berger. I don't think he'll fight hard to get to Seth Berger, because he has a 26-second advantage. Now this is a battle we'll be watching. Stutzman sliding on entry, trying to get Tyler Markle, but I think he used up his stuff. He tried, but Markle now closes up to the lapped car of Kevin Thompson. This could be a battle. As Stutzman now 0.6 of a second behind Markle. Does he send it in on Thompson? Malenko will start the white flag lap, the final lap here at Milwaukee, with a 27-second advantage to Tyler Markle. Stutzman now 0.8 of a second behind. That looks safe. But Malenko, for his first win on the season, 180 laps led, he'll win his first race this season at the Outlaw Sim Series. And man, it is going to take a while for somebody else to cross the start-finish line. But our race 1 winner now will drop a seed in the playoffs as Malenka gets his first win on the season. Tyler Markle will finish second. Jeremiah Stutzman will come home third. And Seth Berger will come home fourth. Wow, wow, wow. But the 7 of Malenka, here he is. Burning it down on the front straight. Tried to get one of those burnouts going, but, oh, don't put in the barrier. Oh, no. He didn't. He almost did. Oh, Elijah, get in there, weeaboo, he says. As Malenka will burn it down on the front straight. Put it back in the... Oh, no. And Marco will go and play with Malenka. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Malenka looking to burn it down, and we'll see. He continues to do donuts on this front straightaway. Let's see. If we can get Corey to talk to us. Let's try. Hey, not sure if we're gonna get one, but figured I'd try. Corey, you got a copy? Try once more. Corey, you got a copy? And I guess no is that answer. We'll go ahead and we'll try to talk to our second place finisher, Tyler Markle. And, well, not many people expected a win out of you, but a second place finish after, I mean, it was a crazy race for you. Talk to us about that run.
It was difficult. You know, we were all talking during the race when we were. You know, I was the last one to pit again, except for like Devin and a couple others. But you know, we were pretty far ahead of them. But for me and Jeremiah, I was gonna go. I had 11 more laps of gas. Could have went 11 more, but I was like, probably should pit and see if I could run them down in the last 30. So I did that.
Right.
Malenka was just out of touch.
That's accurate. I would agree with almost nearly lapping y'all.
I was gonna say, if we had a yellow, I can maybe get him in the first 10 laps.
Right. So the first, or before that final pit stop, it looked like Corey had you lined up and looked like he was faster than you. So do you think it was the 3 laps that you had on your tires? Or do you think it was maybe him fighting through traffic or a combination? Or what do you think?
I think he saved tires all the runs but that last run. Personally.
Okay.
And he just didn't save it all. And, you know, I just tried pushing 2 in the last run, and I've been pushing the whole race. So, and he wasn't used to pushing the whole race.
Right. He could have eaten up his tires. Now, how was it working through lap traffic? Because it looked tight on that final run.
Tight, and then I was really loose if you saw when I came out of pit road. I don't know if you were watching me, if you were or not, but I got loose and almost wrecked it 2 times when I came out of pit road. So, and I was out of 3 and then out of 2. Both times almost wrecked.
Right on. So this win now for Malenka puts you down to 3rd in the playoff standings. We all kind of expected him to get his win. Just took a little bit longer than I guess what we expected. But does that change kind of any way you're looking on the season, or?
Nope, just keep trying to hopefully do better. I started 7th this race too, so I didn't really qualify the best. So, but hopefully we'll keep it going. I think Pocono and Daytona are up. Pocono, I'm hoping to have a good run. Daytona, I'm going to probably hang out in the back till the end.
That's fair enough. But yeah, congratulations on your 2nd place finish. Best luck to you next week. And yeah, hope to be talking to you then.
Yep. See you next week at Pocono.
All right. And let's try to get a word in with our race winner, driver of the number 7. You did it, man. Finally got that win. You said anything but a win would be disappointment for you, and I think that gap at the end of the race really told that story.
I don't I don't really know what to say. It was it was looking like it was going to be very difficult at the beginning, with Max just sticking with me about 3/10. He was 3/10 ahead of me. It looked like it was going to be really hard to win the race. Markle, when we restart after that, was keeping within a second. It's just the long run pace. Just I didn't think I had that much pace in the long run, and I was just able to get it done. Just honestly, just happy I didn't just disappoint. About it.
So that final stint, y'all were talking about the strategy. We talked to Tyler under that last caution, and that y'all were gonna try to run the tanks empty, and just kind of see from there. Especially because you didn't know if you were gonna get another yellow or anything like that. But you said to me before the race that the strategy was gonna be to just kind of split the race into thirds. And even though, when you pitted it was lap 49, lap 50, what kind of, I guess, made you go to lap 110 instead of pitting a lap 100, or trying to maybe save because you had a gap, maybe try to get to 120? What was the thought process there where you're just kind of going with it, maybe waiting for a yellow?
Once the caution happened on lap 20, from that point on, it became a two-stop. Because then you would go 80 and then 140 and then 200. So once we got the caution at 20, it's kind of that was the strategy. And then when we got caution, and caution just became a two-stop race. It was just whenever you made the two stops.
But to splitting it into even thirds, were you just kind of going with it, or why didn't you? I don't know. You just told me one thing in the pre-race, and then I expected you to do it in thirds, or were you not thinking about thirds at all?
I just really was. When those cautions kept coming out, I was like, the strategy from there was kind of fluid when you pit. For a lot of people, it was very fluid. Marco was going to run it until about 180, and then he pit on lap 170, and so everybody just made it up as they went when the cautions came out.
That's fair. And I guess, I can't say too much because, you still won by 27 seconds. What was that like? What was lap traffic like?
Traffic was fine. I just didn't want to get to Seth. I didn't want to have to lap the Goonier of our league.
Oh, man. You were closing. I was like, I didn't think you were going to push to get him.
I wasn't pushing. I wasn't there pushing at the end. I did not want to lap the Junior of the league.
I do have to say, what you didn't see was he was getting used up behind you with Corey and Marco. They used him up, so they might be in trouble. But nonetheless, now one win. I'm sure the expectation for you was multiple by this point of the season, at least. But what's the outlook now with a win, putting you would be second in the standings?
The outlook's looking, pretty good for the rest of the season. We've had strong runs every race, and then this just domination of a race. Season's looking pretty good. I don't know if we can go and win at my home track next week at Pocono, but we're sure as hell gonna try. So.
Right on. And I guess that's all I got. Congratulations on an amazing win, domination, like you said, and it was nothing short of it.
Yep. Just like to thank everybody that tuned in, and all the other people that are in the race. Everybody was very kind to each other during the race. We all let each other by, gave room. It's a good race.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't say it better myself. But congratulations on your win. Best of luck to you next week, and hope to be talking to you next week as well.
Yep, thank you.
And that was race winner Malenko. Let's take a look and see who we can try to pull up for a third interview. I don't have Corey or Berger or McClune. Devin Smith, he's always good to talk to, I guess. He is fun. Hey, Devin, it's the Outlaws booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Right on. So, yeah, just doing this again, trying to find a third interview. And, I mean, we do have something to talk about. That battle with you and Max Service there at the end. Talk to us about that.
Well, it took me forever to get to him, but I definitely had a lot better tires, so I didn't think I'd have that hard of a time getting by him, but it was fun overall, anyways.
Right on. So the race for you, I mean, it looked pretty decent, pretty average, I'd say. You were contending in the top 5, top 10, but
Yeah.
you ended up a lap down. Was that just sheer Malenko pace, or were you caught up really with anybody? Did anybody kind of, I guess, hold you up, maybe back you up into that state, or?
No, that was all him being fast as fuck.
Let's see. So next week, Pocono, your home track. What are you expecting there?
Not good. I hate that track.
Oh man.
But we will find out. I'm sure I'll be top 10 again.
Yeah. So you ended up 6th. Was there anything maybe you could have done for a top 5? McClune maybe I think was on a offset strategy kind of with you in terms of you pitted pretty late.
Yeah, I pitted with about 30 to go. Everybody else probably pitted with about 50 to 45.
Yeah. Did you think there was anything different, or was that your try to get a top 5?
No, that was just my strategy from the beginning. Just run it all the way out on gas and then hope better tires at the end would give me some go ahead on getting by people.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Congratulations on the 6th place finish. It's pretty good for the points. I believe you're still there.
I think I'm in 3rd. I just looked at it.
Right. So with the playoff standings, you're still with 6th or 7th, even without the win. Or yeah, you'd be 7th without the win. So I don't know. When do we see that win on the season?
Well, if we go back to last season's patch, anytime. This patch, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm just slower. So I need to try and figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong.
Fair enough. Well, you say your Pocono's not going to go good for you. But that being said, in 1 week after that, it's Daytona. So maybe we'll see
That's
something
all
there.
about surviving, so we'll find out.
Right. But yeah, congratulations on 6th. Best luck to you next week at Pocono, and hopefully you get something a little bit better than what you're thinking for your home track.
Thank you. Me too.
All right, and yeah, one more quick look at the playoff standings as they're up there on the screen. So, yeah, Max Service top of the standings with his 2 wins. Malika moves into the 2nd seed with his win since he's top of the driver's standings. Tyler Markle 3rd. Seth Berger 4th. Garrett Velzy with his Talladega win 5th. Adrian Schumacher with his Road America win 6th. Devin Swift, the top driver without a win, 7th. Stutzman 8th. Pratt 9th. And McClune 10th there. And 13 drivers, I believe, make the playoffs. I will double check on that. Get that number to you next week. I forgot. These playoff standings, they have to be updated. Next week, we'll probably have an updated format for these playoff standings. But until then, a huge congratulations on a dominant win for Malenko. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday, September 30th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the Outlaw Sim Series round number 8 of 36 as we head to Pocono. This has been Emerson Arnold on the call, and we will see you next time.